The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. The San Siro for nigh on a century, Milan's power base, the ultimate status symbol of their glorious history. There's the whistle. Once described as being born offside, Filippo Inzaghi feels like the last of a dying breed, doesn't he?
Yeah, and I feel sometimes he doesn't get the credit he fully deserves, because I think he's one of the most intelligent strikers around too. His game is all about anticipation, positioning and speed over those first 3 yards.
Good old-fashioned poacher, in other words.
Exactly, and you don't score that many goals without having something extra about you.
De Jong gets over and intercepts. Searching pass he's played there. Makaleli. Brahim Diaz powering forward here. And it's Henderson. Out towards the flank. Backward it goes. And it's Zico. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Fair to say, I think, a cautious start from both teams. Lee Kang-in.
And again, they're pressing effectively.
Looking to go deep. Oh, what a climb! Firm header, just off target.
That's a really decent chance.
Timber. Not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing. Neymar. Ball played for Zico. Foot in. So it is still 0-0. Koundé.
Milan are clearly playing a patient game here, looking to pick out those runners.
Yeah, that's a lot of the forwards, this style, doesn't it? You need them to be very sharp, chasing non-stop, running after lost causes.
Yeah, and you need a lot of movement up front if you're going to make it work.
Neymar. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Takes a shot! Goal! Arsenal! Arsenal take the lead. And that was as close to certain as can be.
Well, from a defensive perspective, Peter, that's a really poor one to give away. Yes, the movement was very good, but the defence made it way too easy.
Arsenal have fired themselves in front.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus, as the opposition will inevitably react.
That has been slung wide. And he's picked it up out wide. And it's De Jong. Knocks it out wide. Pedri.
Milan really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
And here's Lee Kang-in. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other.
Well, if you dwell on it for that long, that's what happens.
Whistle's gone, that's a foul. That's a sharp pass. Lee Kang-in. And it's Pedri. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Now there's a fine ball.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Makaleli. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Howson cuts out the pass. Zanetti.
Milan truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Look at the it's Neymar! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Neymar clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And we have our very first corner. Shoots! And it's in! Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. Just gorgeous, the most glorious, delicious of touches, followed up with an unerring finish.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
Things starting to look very comfortable. Inzaghi! Koundé. De Jong. Nice looking ball. Oh, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. And that is as far as they're going to go. Zico. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Milan really should be thinking about killing this off early in the second half, Peter. The boss will be demanding the same level of intensity from his team, so I'd expect to see the same positive intent after the break, the same purpose again.
And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
Lee Kang-in, and that is a little undercooked. Zico, and it's Zanetti. Zico has an approach to the game which is pretty much shoot on sight. Opts for safety. And it's Makaleli. Lee Kang-in did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Now it's Kane. Lee Kang-in. Makaleli.
This is the time you need that pace.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Inzaghi! Rafinha.
Well, the way this game is offering less possession, they'll need to have a very good conversion rate.
Lee Kang-in will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Now that's a fine challenge. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. And he's there to make the challenge. No foul, says the referee. Brahim Diaz making good progress on the right-hand side. And he's going to have his name taken.
Yeah, we guessed that this scenario could take place because he's up against pace.
Timber.
L'affluenza di quest'oggi è di 81.007 spettatori.
Lee Kang-in.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Jordan Henderson. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Brahim Diaz. Timber providing an outlet on that flank. Brahim Diaz tries to play it through. And That is a superb rearguard action. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Rafinha, well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. That's a little off target. Now this could be a chance. Kane. He's on it, can he get away?
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Dink through. Cleared away.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Lee Kang in. Arsenal can breathe again, just.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Howson. Makaleli. Now Timber. Brahim Diaz. And it's Zico. Zanetti. Always on the lookout for any signs of danger. And they're quick to get it back. And he's chosen to go back. Played through into space. Can he get onto this? Gets into some space. Tries to cross. Cross is blocked, and that's a corner.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 19, numero 21. Lasciano il campo per il numero 5, Hazard. Il numero 18.
We have got changes here, from both sides in fact. Milan with another chance from a corner. It's their second corner of the game. Rafinha with the short one. And here's Rafinha. He's a sharp little ball here. Not the most accurate pass. Now it's Inzaghi. Neymar. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Good ball, good take.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Chiellini. No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here. Makaleli has created one goal already. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. In the end then, no joy. Not for the want of trying, not for the want of running. Simply they were beaten by a better team on the day. What are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Milan desperately failing to
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. The San Siro, for nigh on a century, Milan's power base, the ultimate status symbol of their glorious history. There's the whistle, and here we go.
There's a player below, Peter, that I admire on a professional and personal level, the one and only Raul.
He's just out on his own for consistency.
Indeed, and a terrific leader. Talent has to be backed up by hard work and tenacity, and he leads by example, hence the respect he commands.
Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Aimed beyond the defence. Hazard. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Over to the left. David Villa. Oh, super ball. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Oh, there's a probing ball. Oh, that pass isn't the best. And it's Rijkaard. Played out to the right. Hazard. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. That's an imaginative pass. That has not gone well. Caceres. It has been a rather gentle affair so far. Wilshere. Lewandowski. Rafinha. And here's Raul. Now it's Villa. And he's quick to snatch it back. Quarter of an hour played. No question, this is the man you want to get onto the end of things. Look at the space here.
Niceties are not part of this approach. This is actually quite aggressive.
Kashiwa Resol looking to pass their way through. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
He made it look a bit predictable.
And that's put paid to a promising move. Well, that looks a decent ball. Delivers with a mighty effort! Oh, crossbar! And who's got the final touch there? Goal kick's been given. So we're still where we started right now. Now it's Lewandowski. Cafu. Can he get on the end of this? Hazard in acres of space out wide. Unrelenting, uncompromising pressure on him. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And he's managed to get free. Now that's a fine challenge. Rijkaard demonstrating his defensive quality there. Well, the referee's pulled play back and has booked him for the original offence. Cafu. That's a lovely, neat pass. Oh, well played, well played. And that is out of play. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Caceres. Beckham. Wilshere. Passing is crisp and sharp. Tries to play it through. Pedri. Great vision. It's a pretty loose pass. Knocks it into space. Left. Real chance! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Lewandowski has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Rijkaard pulls off an exemplary piece of defending. Still waiting for the game's first breakthrough goal. Hazard looking to play him in. Cross into the box. And he thumps it clear.
They've been denied a chance to develop.
Takes the shot! Caceres.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
He's through here. He's in space and looking for options. And that was nowhere near his best. Well, that is one way to stop him. Hazard is fouled. Referee has gone straight to his pocket. Yes, a second yellow, and he's off. The players protesting furiously, but there's little or no sympathy from the ref. Kashiwa Reysol are down to 10 men. A lot of space ahead of him. Just about within shooting range. Oh, that's just stunning!
Oh, what a superb finish to this first half from a great player. It's lifted the whole mood of the team and indeed the fans, and it should be enough to ensure they go into the break with a narrow but very welcome advantage.
And the goal still quivers with the sheer ferocity of the strike.
Well, I think he knew the keeper might be unsighted, and it seemed to be the case. He had a lot of traffic in front of him.
Milan have broken through. It's 1. And the referee brings the first half to a close. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
Yeah, on the face of it, it looks a fair reflection of what we've all seen, Peter. Some incisive play one side, battling qualities on the other. I think this game is there to be won, and a minor tweak maybe all it needs to change it.
Milan leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments, and it's 1-0 at the break.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 15. Xabi Alonso.
Here we go again then.
Viene sostituito con il
Milan definitely want to carry on in a similar manner, although I would exercise some caution, Peter. You wouldn't want to leave yourself open in the early minutes trying to kill this off.
Now it's Hazard. Milan do look as though they've made a half-time change here.
Well, I think it's the perfect time to make a change.
He's a sharp little ball here. Played into space out wide. Hazard. Well, now it's a race for the ball. Now try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. Now it's Vinicius Junior.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Oh, no, that was never going to make it.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Picked out brilliantly. Great ball, and he's in here. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Rijkaard, a player who needs no introduction. Threads one in. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Chance here to counter. Milan are still that goal to the good. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Lovely pass, but can he get there? He's picked his way through. Poor robust challenge. Shoots! That's a lovely, delicate pass.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Can he finish? It's off target and by quite a way.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Rijkaard. Now it's Vinicius Junior. And he cuts out the supply. Now, can they get him away? And the shot! No mistake! They are right back in business.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful...
And he shoots! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And we have our very first corner. Header comes in! He's done very well to get to that.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Milan still have the cards to affect this game. Played out to the left flank. Hazard going face-to-face with his great rival. Vinicius Junior. Raul. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Played back in. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Hazard. And the shot! It's there! And the game is well and truly turned on its head.
Well, when it's pieced together as efficiently as that, it's a joy to watch.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. Kashiwa Resol take the lead.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Big chance! Oh, he's got that all wrong, and it's a penalty. Milan present their opponents with the best possible chance here. The chance to pull further clear. Calm as you like, and they're running away with it. Not a twitch, not a blink.
Well, I'm not sure what body language the keeper was trying to read, but it didn't work.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
He has simply been truly awesome. He really has stamped his authority on this.
Kashiwa Resol take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Just 5 minutes left. Pedri puts his foot on the gas. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Pedri really struggling to influence the game.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Chooses to go crossfield. No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here. Rijkaard. Raul. That has been slung wide. Lee Kang-in. In with the challenge. David Villa. Raul. Now it's Hazard. Tries to pass it through. Great chance! And that will be it. Milan can look back at this result with regret. A front foot start, but they were ultimately made to pay for their inability to kill it off. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Well, Peter, I really couldn't see...
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. The San Siro for nigh on a century, Milan's power base, the ultimate status symbol of their glorious history. So off we go then.
Alessandro Costacurta, he doesn't have what you'd call a classic centre-back's physique, does he?
No, but his game is never really about athleticism, power and the physical stuff. He never has to let it be.
Well, it's interesting because he's still become considered one of the greatest defenders of his time. How's that?
Well, it's characteristics like leadership, his class, his tenacity. He's nigh on perfect reading of the game and all done with immaculate discipline.
And it's made its way to him. Can he get it through? Yamal going face-to-face with his great rival. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Rafinha looking for the run. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Looking to play him in. And Batistuta! Lee Kang-in. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say.
Big header! Danger averted for now. Oh, nicely intercepted. Rafinha. He's had it taken off him. Batistuta. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Aimed beyond the defence. And it's Xabi Alonso. Pedri. Played out to the left flank. In towards the back. He rises! It's hit the upright. Oh, there's a probing ball. So a third of the match, or thereabouts, gone, and we still await the first goal. Pinches it off him. And the pass is intercepted. Now it's Lee Kang-in. And here's Lee Kang-in. Pedri. Yamal will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Spread out to the left. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Chelsea looking to get their possession game going here.
Yeah, it can be very stylish and expansive to watch if they get it to the standard we know they can. But what's key is the number of ballers in the team. As long as they don't lose the purpose, if they keep the purpose and the urgency, all will be well.
Rafinha. Khan claims comfort.
Lee Kang-in really has the...
Can he finish? Cleared away.
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
Yamal. Neither of these two want to come off second best. He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Half-time rapidly approaching, and it's still goalless. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Yamal. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Vitinha. Jordi Alba. And this is Neymar.
Kubasi.
Pedri. Rafinha. Now, what about a counter-attack? This might spell... Decent chance! Good effort, and it is right on half-time. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. The midway point of the game.
What an end to the half, Peter. A lot of the best action of the half coming at the very end, and I get the feeling the second half may well start in similar fashion, as we'd love to see this momentum maintained. So I'm looking forward to what's to come.
An intriguing half, lacking only in goals. The score 0-0.
Cambio di giocatori.
Here we go again.
Milan have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
It's not an especially good pass, that. Pedri. That's Lee Kang-in. Good read, needed to be. He shifted it to the flank. Jordi Alba. Rafael Leao. Yamal. And here's Lee Kang-in. And he's well positioned. And a chance! He scored! Just the pick-me-up the whole game needs. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
So we have the first goal.
Well, it looks like a bit of half-time encouragement was all that was needed, because we have a very different game on our hands now, Peter. That dugout has had some relief, at least, but now the harder work starts. They've got to push for more.
That's a cute ball. Bullish header! Oh, surely that deserved better.
Almost the perfect move. Almost. The finish just wasn't quite at the same level.
Neymar. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo.
Pretty robust defending.
Ronaldo unable to make it happen for all his good intentions.
L'affluenza di quest'oggi è di 80.314.
Can they get him away? Leicester does really well to win the ball there.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Oh, he's been caught on it here. Shot a goal! It's in! And the lead lost no time at all.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
Well, he's a defender's nightmare.
Yamal! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And he's managed to get free. Rafael Leao goes down, but nothing given. Rijkaard did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Now it's Yamal. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here.
Chance for a shot! Goal, Milan! And they've got their lead back. The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Yeah, keeping calm and taking a touch like that when it's all going on around you isn't always...
Oh no, this does not look good. And it's pulled back.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Yamal. Pedri. Xavi Alonso. Now it's Rafinha. No, he is not giving anything away.
Milan surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
And he's had it nicked away. De Jong. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Rafael Leao. Neymar. Knocks it into space. Rafinha.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Tries to play it through. Rafael Leao. Wrist. Chance! And the lead stays intact, just.
Well, the lead may be fragile, but the keeper was focused and strong.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 19.
Chelsea with the corner. They're first. Neymar with the short one.
Il numero 5. Hazard. Il numero 18.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Rafinha is offering some sort of an apology there.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
He's found a way through. Oh, important interception. Looking for options for movement. And he plays one through. Goes for a shot! It's there! And surely that does it! Perfect time! Decisive strike! Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
I was impressed with both the movement and the pass, both causing lots of problems for that defence.
When the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
2 up and very little time left. Surely this is it.
Well, I think if they're going to have any hope from here, they'll need to see their more experienced lads step up to the plate now.
And that is as far as it goes. Perhaps not quite utopia, not what was entirely desired, but most importantly, they have the result that was of paramount importance. Good enough in the eyes of their people. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
I think we just saw a team winning by playing to their strengths. There was a clear picture of what they set out to do, and the players were determined to deliver it.